evening, freaks. I'm here to give Cancer reads straight from the hip with lots of lip, and we're going to dive back into that spring fever wild card love read to see what's on deck for you this spring in the romance department. This read is specifically looking at romantic love, so if you're not interested in romance, if you are not looking for somebody to make sweet music with, then this is not the read for you because we're not really looking at friendship situations or family situations with this read. It's specifically love and romance focused. This is going to be for any significant placement in the chart for Cancer. So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Mercury, Mars, Pluto, or Saturn, because of the current astrology we have in play, as well as a loaded fourth house, a stellium, three or more planets located in that house, or one of the big placements, okay? Um, Even if you don't have any placements, even if you just are curious, or maybe you're cross watching, okay? Maybe there's some cross watchers for this pile, kind of an interesting energy there. I did get an initial download for you all. I got this download that you got kind of talked into doing something that maybe went against your better judgment. You might have even had some feelings about this. You weren't sure if it was the right decision to make, but I think the person you were dealing with was very persuasive. I feel like they talked you into moving forward with something. It might have required that you take some kind of risk or that you cut something else off. In some way, it was putting you in sort of a compromising position, but you were led to believe that this person would show up and follow through. I feel like you took this risk and then you were left with a situation where you were holding the bag. I feel like this person didn't keep their word. In some cases, this person just straight up never showed up. This person ghosted. You still don't know what happened. You still don't know what happened. I feel like you're processing a lot of, I got like rage. I feel like you got a lot of rage around this situation. I feel like that rage is covering up really deep grief. You feel like this person really worked you, that they took advantage of you. You're starting to wonder if there was ever any sincerity there in the offer that was made. You're almost like wondering if it was just sort of something that was, um, I hate to say it, but it feels like plotted for revenge, like this person just wanted to get back at you. Maybe they, in some way, wanted to interfere with some kind of happiness that you'd already established in your life. Is coming through. Could have been a King of Wands energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Let's see what's coming in for you. We're going to be looking at the spring season. All right. So we'll see what more comes in on this download. I'm just going to grab cards as I see fit, where I feel pulled. There's no rules to this read. It's very free form, and we're just going to flow with it. Anything goes. Okay. Cross watcher energy can come in, roles can be reversed, flip flop things as you need to, flip flop genders, flip flop what side of the table you're on. Okay. I'm just bringing in the message as the message is coming in. It's up to you to really interpret how it's speaking to your individual situation. It's not a personal, it is a collective read, and a lot of different stories come in. Not every story is for you. You'll know which ones are for you and how they're speaking to you in your situation. Trust yourself. And if you want a personal, you can always reach out to me at broadcoven@gmail.com. I do personals. Right now, I got really good rates on them. And yeah, if you want more specifics, you can go that route. All right. Otherwise, enjoy the free flow. Do like, share, subscribe, and let's dive into this and see what's on deck this spring season in the love and romance department for Cancer Collective. What's going down in the love and romance department for Cancer? Let's see, we got something that just landed on the floor, something we need to look at here. That King of Wands got thrown on the floor. I think that you took that shit and threw it on the ground. That's what I got. Yeah. You know what? Maybe you overcame this energy with the Six of Wands here. You might have had some success in finally casting this person off. Maybe they thought that they were going to fool you in some way or pull one over on you, pull the wool over your eyes. I feel like, this person has stirred up a lot of conflict in your life. There's been some kind of drama and association with this person that I feel like you're finally overcoming. We got the 8 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. Maybe you felt like they were working against some kind of family dynamic you got going. Maybe you were already married, or maybe you're in a significant relationship where you've got you're with somebody that you've really built a family with, like some kind of stability with, and this person was causing problems in your relationship. I think they thought maybe they were going to be successful at driving a wedge between what you'd established for yourself. This looks like you've established something for yourself. It looks like you've been working hard. It also looks like you're building with another. 10 of Pentacles is usually not an independent energy. It's when you're building with another. I think there's some kind of competitive vibe in this situation. Maybe this was somebody that you'd been involved with before. Maybe it was somebody you were involved with in the past. Maybe you two almost had this is strange, but this theme has been coming up sometimes in readings. So I think it is out there in the collective. Maybe you two almost had a kind of a competitive sort of dynamic between the two of you, always trying to one up on each other, almost like there's a real history of hurt between the two of you, and so you're always trying to prove that you're better off than the other, you're better off than the other in some way, and maybe somehow they were trying to sabotage some kind of happiness, some kind of security you'd built for yourself. Maybe by adding an element of confusion, maybe by making you some kind of offer. Maybe they had a sense that you still had feelings for them, that you weren't over it. Maybe in that way, they did get a little bit of the upper hand in this situation. But I feel like you threw away this energy, this energy left you very disillusioned with the moon. And I think there's something that's coming to light here, okay? There's something you couldn't see before that you are going to see. And I mean, this energy is very front and center, Cancer, because we recently had a full moon in Libra that came in on the 6th. And that particular full moon had a lot of associations with the wrapping up of the eclipse cycle that was going down last year, okay? At the tail end of, right at the tail end of, in between October and November. We also have another solar eclipse that's going to be coming up that's in Aries. So this is a really loaded season when a lot of stuff that wasn't able to be seen before is going to become evident. So I feel like there's some kind of truth coming to light. Something you couldn't see before, right? I do think there's been some conflict here. It looks like there's been some drama. There might have been a lot of people involved in your business too. It looks like something got stirred up. I feel like this person did get to you on a certain level. I do. I feel like they were successful in causing some disruption in your life. Let's see what's coming to light. Let's see what's coming to light for Cancer in regard to this situation. What's coming to light in regard to this situation for Cancer? What's coming to light for Cancer in regard to this situation? You got somebody coming towards you. Looks like you got some kind of love offer coming your way from a Knight of Cups, okay? This is a romantic offer. Could have water strongly aspected in their chart. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Also, this is your energy, okay? You may have walked away from this energy. I'm just seeing the way it looks like. Here's this offer being put out here, right? Look. Oop. Maybe some of you walked away from something solid and you're getting prepared to head toward a fire sign. For me to accidentally put it up like that, that's not the way I intended. So for some of you, this is what's going on here. Maybe you were in a committed relationship. Maybe you were in some kind of serious connection, could be like a marriage, or maybe you had really been building something with another person. I feel like it was a serious relationship, a serious commitment. Maybe you walked away from something so you could make a love offer toward this King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay. This could also be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio coming towards you after you. I mean, we did see that this king got thrown on the ground, all right? And I keep wanting to put it this way. I'm not intending to put it that way. So a lot of you are heading toward a fire sign. You turned down stability and commitment to head toward a fire sign, somebody who's lighting your fire, right? But this is how I meant to put it down. It's almost like the King of Wands had made an offer to you in the past and maybe promised commitment, but look at the direction that the King of Wands is facing, looking back at the past. Maybe they were looking at somebody else from the past, or somebody they left behind, or maybe just looking in another direction entirely. Maybe they were following their wand. Maybe they were looking for more sexual connection. Maybe they told you that they were offering commitment because they knew that that's what it would take. You know, to get their desires met. Sometimes people will tell you what they think you want to hear so they can get what they want. There might have been a case where they made a lot of promises, and it is that kind of thing, like a little bit of sabotage, a little bit of sabotaging your happiness. I do feel there was a commitment involved in this situation on one end, okay? And there was some kind of illusion cast here about what was being promised if the other left their relationship. And we see these two people are heading in two different directions. And this offer has kind of come to naught. All right. Now, some of you are heading towards a fire sign. You're heading toward a fire sign because you want to retrieve this offer. The question is the offer still around? Some of you really want to find out. Some of you really want to find out. I don't think that this person is expecting that from you at this point, this fire sign. That's what I would say for those of you that are heading towards someone to try to reclaim an offer. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck here. Yeah, I think you're going to find blockage. I think you're going to find opposition there with the Seven of Wands, okay? It looks like this person has a new beginning that came on the other side of this ending. All right. And again, I do think that there is some kind of marriage involved in this situation, and that's what put a hold on things. All right. There's a blockage around this energy. And I think somebody here is very tired. They're tired of fighting for something that only ends up putting them in a position of conflict. That's what I'm really getting. I think this isn't the first time you've tangoed with this person. I think you've been down this road with this person many a time. I feel like this person always in some way bests you. I don't know why I feel like this competitive edge with your connection. It's really weird. It's really weird. But there's this peace, like wanting to one up the other. Wanting to one up the other. And you never know, what's true or what you can count on. Maybe this person is a little bored of the game. Maybe they want more of a challenge. I just got that. Are you dealing with somebody like highly manipulative? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think, sometimes it doesn't get worse than this, right? Than when you're at the Ten of Swords. I mean, it's obviously that this has come to an end. And maybe at one point there was a solid offer on the table, or it appeared to be that way, but is it really solid if it turned out the way it did? There's this piece here about you should be pouring this energy into yourself right now and focusing on healing. You're tired. You've been through a lot. That's clear. And it looks like you're kind of on guard, like you're expecting more of the same. I mean, you know, this person's toxic with the devil here. Maybe you have a child with this person, the Empress coming up here, or perhaps this person is already married to someone and they have a child or has a child with another person. This is a complicated situation, causes a lot of drama. Um, Empress is associated with the signs of Taurus and Libra. So I don't know if that comes into play. I feel like there's some connection here, though, with somebody who either, you know, has a dominant position in this person's life, or they have a child with this person, or you have a child with them. You know, pick what side you're on, but in a way, it's a bond that is binding. I'm just noticing, you know, it really has the feel of there's three energies here. I'm seeing that there is a man and a woman, and it looks like they have, you know, they're the ones who have some kind of binding with each other, legally binding agreement, you know. Again, just because I had the Hierophant come up, that gives me a feeling of like a marriage or some real significant relationship. Okay. But then we got this Empress over here that's almost like an outside entity. This could also be like they have a toxic mom, you know. Their mother is very meddling and interfering. Their mother is like the matriarch of the family. The mother feels like she has a right to dictate, you know, who her son is with. I don't know where I got that from. Could be son, could be daughter. I don't know. I pick up son on that. There's something here that, you know, just never moved forward. You know, you see like this dude never took the reins. You know, he just expected this thing to move forward, you know, by some miracle. Some miracle, just willing it to be so. It doesn't work like that. Like you got to take the reins sometimes. I feel like this person wasn't, I don't really think that they ever really planned to be honest with you. It doesn't look like it to me. It looks like it was a little bit of a game. It looks like it was a little bit of like a little bit of revenge. I'm really picking that up. Like this person wanted to pull one over on you. And I think they proved their point, you know, that, you know, you're kind of a sucker for them. That's what it kind of looks like, you know. I think you have a soft spot for this person, but I think you know that they're no good. I don't think it's the last of them. I don't. I think you're going to hear from this person again, and you would be wise to refuse this offer to the Four of Cups, to the Six of Swords, okay? But I advise you, and again, here's this piece with the mother and child, okay? I feel like there is some situation here with a mother, and that's influencing things. So either you have a child with this person, and that's what kind of keeps you connected to them and sort of like having to deal with them, and you're struggling to find the balance with that, you know? This could be like your ex, and they cause a lot of problems in your current relationship, and you have to deal with them because you have a child. It makes things really complicated. This could also be like finding out, maybe, I don't know, maybe you got tempted by an ex and you were already, you know, in a new relationship. Maybe you had an affair, you know, and you ended up getting pregnant, or you found out your person got involved with, you know, someone else and got them pregnant. I feel like there's a child factoring strongly in this situation. There's been a lot of drama around this. Yeah, I think you want the truth in this situation too. This is Queen of Swords energy. It's air sign energy. It's quintessential Libra card. You did have a Libra significator on the board there with that Empress. I got a little sentience here, so you might be dealing with, there might be a prominent Libra in this situation. Whoever this air sign is, they know the truth, and they're not going to accept anything less than the truth. You see how they got the hand raised stuff? Like, go ahead, come on, come here. I have no problem speaking the truth. You're free to speak your truth, but it better be the truth because I already know what's up. It's that kind of energy, okay? I also feel like this is you, knowing that you have to cut off something here. Something needs to be cut off, and you need the truth in the situation. And I don't feel like you've entirely gotten it yet. There's something here that's hidden. Some of you are taking steps to actually like legally block an energy to keep it from coming around you. I'm just seeing a lot of maybe this person you don't feel safe. Maybe they've shown some signs of instability in the past. I just see a lot of worry in relation to a child. It's a mother and a child, and they're supposed to be moving forward to calmer waters, but they're bringing all of these swords with them. They're bringing all the pain with them. But I don't know why I'm getting this piece. I'm almost getting a piece like wanting to protect. Like it's almost like you feel like you need to protect yourself. I'm really seeing this very strongly. Somebody here feels like they need to protect themselves. They don't feel safe. And this person might be seeking some kind of legal counsel to get some kind of protection, you know? Yeah. There's definitely worry about a child. And I feel like there's concern and grief over some like third party situation. Okay. I say that because, here you are, Leo, with your card, the sun. And do you see what's there? There's this child, right? You're really focused on your child's future, your child's happiness. I think you've been working really hard with the 9 of Pentacles here. You've really been building a future for yourself. For others of you that don't have children, this is a matter where you've been really working hard to create a new future for yourself. And I think you're having a big glow up energy. This could be an ex, somebody that you left behind because they just weren't coming correct. They never delivered on their promises. And so instead of you just like waiting around for them to do what they said they were going to do, you finally like you woke up, you got the memo, and it's like, yeah, it hurt, but you knew that you couldn't stay in this place any longer because you just weren't getting the truth. And that's all you wanted was the truth. So it's sort of like you decided, okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna stick with this. I'm gonna let this go. I'm gonna pour that love into myself. I think maybe you've been through a bit of a healing process with this. I think you have a lot of grief. But I think you're also tired of always kind of being in this situation where you have to be worried about, someone else in the picture. You're tired of the sleepless nights. You're tired of crying yourself to sleep every night. You're tired of the nightmares. Some of you feel like you have actual trauma from this relationship and you're still in the process of healing. And I think that you're not even really necessarily focused on love at this point, because I feel like a lot of your energy is more self-identified and just bringing in this piece of that Empress back here. I also feel like this is you really coming into that Taurus North node. I say that because the 9 of Pentacles is a pre-Empress energy. So I feel like you're just at this place right here, where you're starting to come into your happiness. You're starting to see some success. You're finally like, look at this. Do you see this? This child is holding this like veil. It's this dark veil. And I feel like you've cast off the veils of illusion. I think that you've been maybe even doing a lot of like inner child healing. Maybe you've been looking back at your past a lot. Maybe you're looking at the kind of relationship your mother had with your father and the dynamic in that, how it influenced you. There's something here about horses too. I don't know why I'm focusing on this. Maybe you work with horses. Maybe you ride horses or something. There's something about maybe you started connecting with horses again. Maybe you hadn't done that since you were younger. You've been spending time with the horses. It's like reconnected you with something inside of yourself that's um, reminded you of your power. Horse medicine is about power. It's about movement and power. It's like moving forward with power. And I feel like you're really like in this place where you're coming into your element. It's like you've cast off the darkness and you're moving into the light. You're ready to move into the light, and you've already been doing a lot of work. Some of you have gone to school, some of you have gone to school and you're heading on new career paths. You're feeling inspired in a new direction. I think you're starting to see a real bright future. And even if it hasn't fully developed yet, it's coming. I think you're starting to really progress on your path. I think you're doing work you enjoy. I think you've been feeling more comfortable with yourself. I think you've really started to find a sense of self-worth and value. I think you're feeling beautiful too. I think you're looking beautiful. I think people are noticing it. I think you're glowing, you know, dudes, you're like really, you've been really dressing up, you could really got your own style. You got your own vibe going on again. I think you're really feeling this, you're ready to step into your abundance. You're ready to step into your abundance. And I think just as you're starting to feel like this, you're going to hear from this individual. Let me see the top of the deck. Yep, here they come. 6 of Cups. Yep, here they come. Here they come. Okay, so it's like it's coming back around the bend. And it's important for you to really consider, does this connection still play a role in your life? For those of you who don't share a child, those of you that aren't, bound to, continue to have some kind of connection with this person, is there a place for it now? Or is it a complication? Only you can answer that. It looks like you really want to walk away from this energy. I think there's a part of you that knows that it will never live up to your fantasy of it. I think it's almost like the fantasy is the hook, like what it could be, but it just never lived up to that. The most it's ever going to reach is the 8 of Cups. It's never going to hit the 10. It's never going to be that place of total fulfillment. It's always going to fall flat. You know it. So it's really up to you. Do you want to level up into this Empress energy where you really know your worth and your value and you're okay, kind of just like chilling. Look at this. There's no desperation. There's no seeking. It's just like, I'm sitting here chilling, looking beautiful. I'm surrounded by all the abundance I've built for myself. I know what I bring to the table. I know my worth. And, I'm just not really willing to compromise that anymore. What used to work at one point doesn't work any longer. I can't go back there after all this growth. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I feel like you've been doing a lot of healing work. You might have even been doing some spiritual cleansing work. Um, I'm really feeling like you had some kind of deep energetic attachment with this person. I'm feeling like they were really ported into you. And maybe you started noticing a trend too, that like whenever you would let this person come around into your sphere, that like you felt like you were getting a run of bad luck, like things just went south. And I think since you sort of let go of this energy, you might have been doing like some spiritual cleansing baths, just trying to release. I just saw somebody like at the ocean offering up something to a fire. So I don't know if you did some work, by a body of water to sort of release something. I'm seeing like letters, like burning old letters this person gave you and pictures, like a really good burn. Sometimes a good burn can clear away a lot of energy. Maybe you've been holding on to a lot of stuff that it's time to let go of because it sort of has this charge to it. And you might be visiting these things too often, sorting through what's kind of done and ready to be released. And it's almost like a hook. Like every time you go back and you look at these pictures, you read these letters, it takes you back to that place and you're not there anymore. But it's almost like you're vicariously living through the memories of your past you've stored up as mementos. And so, in a very weird way, it's almost like you're haunting yourself. You need an exorcism. You might need to do a good burn. Some of you already did. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. But I feel like this is helpful. there's a lot that happened in your situation where you never really felt like you truly had your experience recognized. You might have been dealing with somebody who they were more, focused on how they were affected, and they never really took the time to understand how they affected you. Mhm. I got like sometimes this person would just stay away long enough, hoping that if they stayed away long enough, then you wouldn't really want to open up, the dialogue about what happened. You wouldn't want to have any real conversations where you could clear the air. You were just glad that they came back around. They knew how fond you were of them. And I do think there was a special magic in this connection. It made you feel something that was very rare, very rare. But you got lost in it a bit, I feel. You're getting to the other side of this, though, and I think it's been a long journey. You're getting ready to step into your sun. I feel like there's a lot lining up for you right now, a lot of happiness coming your way. And this person, they come around, they throw you off balance. Like it's a bit star-crossed lovers energy. It's like two ships passing in the night, but there's never any stability in this connection. It's like hot and cold, it's off, it's on. And you always like you go from feeling very much in your element and very much secure in yourself to feeling a mess. There's something about this person's presence that is very destabilizing. Queen of Wands energy, but you both have a lot of passion towards each other. Okay. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So, you may have fire strongly aspected in your chart. We do have two fire signs showing up here. Maybe you're born on the cusp. Maybe you're a Cancer, Leo. That's possible too. Somebody could be in this situation. I do feel like you have like a lot of passion toward each other. I also feel that this connection at times can get volatile. I feel like it can get aggressive at times. Maybe that's why you feel the need for protection sometimes. I'm also getting the piece too that this could be a connection. This is somebody's story where you're both involved in the occult arts. Maybe you mess with each other like that. Maybe that's what the competitiveness is about, some spells, tit for tat, kind of trying to control each other that way magically. That's an interesting piece. I also feel like maybe both of you are already in committed connections. This could be the third party. It's a third party for both of you. This came in too. I definitely get this piece like there's a real sexual, sensual connection here. There's a desire to connect in that way. And it's sort of like, when you get some really good D, it can kind of make you go dumb for it's that kind of thing, it's that devil D. You got to watch out for that devil D, man. You really do. I mean, I'm getting a little, it works both ways though. I think the passion is mutual, the chemistry is mutual, but so is the combustible nature of the connection as well. There's some imbalance here. There could even be one person in the connection, or maybe both that have some degree of maybe something they struggle with, some kind of mental imbalance. They makes things a little bit more complicated in this situation. I do see an offer being presented again. Okay. There's a Knight of Pentacles energy here, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They do have an Ace of Pentacles. Okay. We did see this over here. This could be somebody who had fire. Let's see. What do we have on the board here? We have fire. We have earth. Big, strong Taurus significator energy. Okay, so this could be somebody that has Taurus in their chart, a Taurus placement. It could be fire and earth. Yeah, I'm picking that up pretty strongly. Fire, earth, and I'm also picking up like a Cancer, Leo, Cusper energy in this mix. But where did it go? I'm trying to find that Ace of Cups. Ace, not Ace of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Here we go. I do see that this offer is going to be put on the table again. Maybe this person's coming towards you a little bit more grounded this time. Maybe you got a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn coming towards you, making a solid offer, or this is somebody that you're already in a commitment with. You want to try to work it out. This person, they mean what they say. If you were in a third party situation and you ended up, leaving an earth sign energy out in the cold, you may find that they're still willing to work it out, but they'll have to take things slow with you because they feel like they just lost everything in your connection. And the main thing they lost was trust. But I do feel like this person is of their word. They're offering some promise of, future development in your connection as long as there's like the efforts put in and they see the results. It's very interesting because you see here, this Knight of Pentacles, the field's barren, there's nothing there, but they're willing to plant the seed with you. They're willing to commit to healing the connection if you are too. And we see if you do take up that seed, I love how it kind of bleeds into each other like this. I want you to see what happens to that barren field. Once that Ace of Pentacles delivers, look at that. It's abundant. There's so much growth there, okay? So this could be somebody who has fire and earth in their chart. They like level up, sort of like, I've seen the light. I've seen the error of my ways. I'm ready to commit. I don't want to go down that road anymore, Maybe this is somebody who's been commitment shy in the past. Maybe they're finally ready to like make a commitment, willing to grow with you. But you have to be aware of this Knight of Wands energy here too. Okay, there's a lot of. I feel like these energies are facing off. Look at this. Look at how it came out. You guys see how I just laid it down and how it came out. I think you got two offers. You got two offers. You got two offers from two different people. Okay? You got a fire sign energy that's making an offer, and you got an earth sign energy that's making an offer. There's two different nights here. There's two different movements coming towards you that are offering something that they say is solid. One may seem the safer option to you. One may seem like, okay, this person's really stable. I know I can count on them. Maybe they're not very flashy, Maybe you even find them a little, I'm just going to call it as I see it. Maybe you find them a little dull sometimes. Like maybe they're not your usual type. But this person is really grounded, they're very hardworking. They're salt of the earth, they're loyal, they're dedicated. Don't underestimate these qualities just because somebody's not flashy. Sometimes it's not about flash. Sometimes it's about substance. This person will deliver for sure. We know what they're offering is going to pan out. Then you got this cat over here, okay? Fire sign energy, wand up, ready to get rocking, okay? Maybe this person is more charismatic. Maybe you're more drawn to this individual. What is that? Oh, there's a card here on the floor. Oh, yeah. Eight of Wands. Yeah, I think this person wants to get it in. This is a passionate person. I think you feel a real sexual connection with this person. They might be promising you a commitment. They might be promising you something solid, but remember the download I got that initially came in. They might be asking you to let go of a sure thing, promising that they're going to be able to deliver that. But really, this person's, this was down on the ground. It was under my foot. Okay. So that really gives me the feeling that, that it's just pillow talk, baby. Be aware. This person is very independent energy. I do know that there's an affinity there because we had Queen of Wands, King of Wands come up there. I think you feel an affinity, but I don't know. I want to do, let's look into these two energies. We're going to just get some clarification on these two separate energies because you definitely have two separate energies coming your way. What do I want to pull out? What do I want to pull out? Okay, let's do the shadow of light. Yeah. Is one of these energies could ghost you, and I don't think it's this Knight of Pentacles. Right on the split, we got the Joker, right? Yeah, somebody's just in it for the moment. They live fast. You know, they have that mentality. It's like it's an old like rocker mentality. Live fast, die young, you know, just kind of like in it for the moment. You never know how long you got, so just play it fast and loose, you know, which might be really hot. This person could be the quintessential bad boy, bad girl, you know, maybe that's a real turn on. It can be at the time, but you got to think of everything that comes with it. It's not just, you know, the moment, it's longevity as well. Like, how does that situation look, you know, a few months from now, you know, might be tempting, but you can decide, you know, who am I to say what's best for somebody, you know? And the reality is that maybe you just need an adventure, you know? Maybe you've realized maybe this person's showing up on the scene. Sometimes that happens, you know? Somebody comes around, they remind you of what's been missing. Theory of 11 on the bottom of the deck. This is my it's one of the title cards for one of my bicycle decks here, and it's in the light. Okay, and so this is talking about somebody you feel like you're aligned with. Can't make it up. Look who's next. The King of Clubs, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in the shadow. All right, in the shadow. Yeah, this person's hiding something. I think this person's actually already in alignment with somebody else or coming into alignment with somebody else. Maybe they've told you that they're single, free. I don't know about that. There's something here that they're trying to sell you. Yeah, this 10 of Cups. Look, it's in the shadow. This 10 of Hearts is in the shadow. It's never going to be that 10 of Cups. It's not. This person talks a good game to get what they want. You know, you need healing in this situation with the 3 of Hearts coming up in the light. All right. So, I mean, it's interesting because it kind of like answered the question already. Top of the deck, we got this shadow energy here. All right. So 7 of Clubs. Yeah, you definitely should block this energy. And if this is, you know, somebody you have a kid with and you can't completely block them off, I think you should keep it to just strictly, you know, the arrangements of, you know, your child visitation, you know, and spare the extra fluff, you know. Maybe you thought that you could kind of entertain that with this person, but it's actually created more of a complication and it's starting to become an end for this person to sabotage your current situation or your other opportunities in love. I think this person would be just fine if you stayed hung up on them for all eternity. We got a lot of shadow here. I think they throw off your balance with the 2 of diamonds coming up in the shadow. They might even throw off your balance financially. Look, there they are again. This person does not commit with the Jack of Clubs coming up in the shadow. This person is like your quintessential playboy, playgirl. They like to play the field. They like to get around. They're not looking for a commitment. It's not what it's about for them. All right. Any further clarification on this Wands energy, this King of Wands energy that's going to be approaching Cancer that they need to know about? Got something coming up in the light here. We got the Ace of Diamonds, okay, in the light. So this is really just letting you know that you do have a new beginning, okay? You have a new beginning. You have to be aware of this person's tendencies and the way that it can sabotage you. Let's find out about this Knight of Pentacles. I want to know about this Knight of Pentacles. What does Cancer need to know about this Knight of Pentacles and the offer they're going to be making? Okay. Interesting. Oh, that's really interesting. So we had the Four of Hearts in the light come over and cross over that King of Wands energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, which is about, with it coming up in the light, I feel like there is an opportunity here in this connection just because this Ace of Pentacles came up in the light. I feel like there's kind of a codependent dynamic in this connection. And I feel like this is something that, there can be healing that comes through this, but it's really about understanding that codependent dynamics can't be healed when there's enmeshment. And there's a need to create some space and distance in this connection so you can come back into your true essences, which is your independent energy, without feeling so like embroiled in this kind of like push pull dynamic. And for a lot of you, you're in some serious commitment, or you want marriage, you want something that's like lasting. And this person's just not able to get it. That's not where they're at. And you can't like force a fit. You know what I'm saying? You can't force somebody to be who they're not. It's just, it doesn't work like that. And I feel like there's been some kind of misalignment here. Now, over on this King of Pentacles energy, we got shadow over here too. Maybe you're, been entertaining this, not King of Pentacles. I don't know why I said King. Maybe they are King. Maybe you think this person's kind of immature, but really they do have the ability to really rise to the challenge, step up to the plate. You might be viewing this person just solely as, somebody that's good for security, though. Maybe they don't really like light your fire. Let me get some more information about that, because that Four of Diamonds is coming up in the shadows. So I don't know if maybe you feel like, yeah, I know I can count on this person, but am I really in love with them? More details about this Knight of Pentacles for Cancer. What does Cancer need to know about this Knight of Pentacles energy? There's obviously a lot more passion involved with this fire sign. Maybe you wish this fire sign would just grow up, you wish they would mature. You got to look at how long you've been dealing with somebody. Usually, if people show you who they are, that's who they are. Yes, people can change and they can grow, but the desire has to be there. Yeah, Seven of Diamonds coming up in the shadow. Yeah, I feel like, this connection that you got going on here with this, and maybe if you're not involved with this person yet, they're getting ready to approach you with an offer. I feel like it doesn't really interest you. I feel like you're kind of wondering, like, should I invest in this? I don't know. I mean, I know I could count on them. It'd be stable. I know it'd be like a sure thing. But you're really caught up in this energy over here, I feel. Hmm. All right. Let me get out another card. It was 48, 44. I don't know. You got kind of a dicey situation going on. Yeah, look at this bottom of the deck energy for the super awesome future deck. You got the lilies. Okay, so there's a unicorn in the background here. So unicorns are usually, when there's a third party that agrees to be around for sexual escapades. But with that card, it is talking about ending a situation like that, and ending it not in an aggressive way, but just in a way where you understand that what used to work doesn't necessarily work now. It's causing complication in my life, but I'll always have love for you. I have fond memories of you. And I also think there's this piece there where this person, like, they touched a part of you that nobody else did. Maybe they made you brave to, step into certain aspects of yourself. Nobody ever like kind of gave you the courage to maybe act out some of your more taboo kind of nature, or, a more wild part of yourself. Maybe they really helped you tap into that uninhibited part of yourself. I do feel like there's like a lot of chemistry here. But I just think in terms of like anything long term, like this Four of Clubs in the shadow, it never could come together like that, because it's just not the basis of what this person is able to offer. I feel like this person is wanting to come into alignment with somebody else. They are coming into alignment with somebody because we got the theory of 11 here. But it looks like with your situation with this person is there's a need for healing. And that's where the new beginning is with this individual. It's like healing the codependency. It's like once you heal the codependency, then you'll realize how much this situation has been holding you back and compromising you. Help. I almost said Capricorn. Some of you might be dealing with a Capricorn. How's this going to turn out? How's this going to turn out for Cancer? Woo, that card landed and it spun, and it spun in one direction. So it started out like this and then it spun. So I'm really curious to see. It landed right on the Knight of Pentacles. So let's see. You got the secret in reverse. So if you have had something going on, you've been in a relationship, you've been involved with a Knight of Pentacles, and you've been involved with a fire sign or entertaining something with a fire sign that you know this individual would not be happy about, this secret's about to get exposed. That's definitely coming out. Yeah, you know what? I have to turn it all around, but I did pick it up upside down. We got the breakup in reverse. Okay, so this leads me to believe that maybe this fire sign energy is an ex, like somebody that you were involved with in the past. That came up quite frequently. I think they were away for a while. Maybe you haven't heard from this person for a bit. Maybe there's been a little bit of a time out. I think you're about to hear from this person again. They want another go around. They want to see if you two can turn this thing around. Let's see. Should Cancer entertain this? I mean, we're done with things when we're done with things. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can know that it's in your best interest to leave somebody behind in the past, but if you're not ready to do that, you're not ready to do that. Crossing influence, yeah, you're going to get a message from this person. It's coming in, okay? And I do believe this person has a soft spot for you. I do feel like there's this like sense of loyalty there. But I think there's also something toxic that happens when the two of you connect. That's what it looks like. You know, you might decide to try to go behind this person's back. If you're already involved with somebody, the temptation might just be so great. Let's see, should Cancer go for this? Should Cancer open up to this experience with this fire sign? See, Cancer, I'm going to get you some answers. Should Cancer open up to this experience with this fire sign? What can Cancer expect to kind of unfold with this fire sign? What's on offer? Ooh, we had a couple cards come out there. You know what? This isn't too bad, actually. I feel like this person used to be really selfish in the past, okay, with the pig in reverse. I think they've kind of had a look at their behavior. They recognize how they didn't always consider you. I think they might be having a little bit of a change of heart. I think this person wants to make amends to you. I'm picking this up. They actually might write you some kind of letter where they really kind of pour out their heart and like just you might get what you've always wanted, just that recognition of how you were treated in the connection, you know. They might kiss up to you a bit too, you know. They might give you a little something to try to make up for it. Um, treat you to something nice, you know, or take you out on the town and kind of, splash around a lot of money. I think they want to impress you. That's what I'm kind of getting this vibe. They want to show you that, they're not the same person they used to be. All right. It's a kiss up though. So I mean you gotta be aware of this. I don't know. I'm leery. You gotta be aware of this. There's still the lilies on the bottom of the deck there. This one's not gonna go away easy, okay? Cut of the deck energy. I don't know. You're kind of meant to head off in new horizons with the spaceship. But really this choice is up to you, Cancer, and this is what your choice is. this spring. You're going to have to decide, do you want to follow the path with heart, knowing that, you might go through another round of getting hurt. But maybe there's a reason why you need to go there. I mean, I'm certainly never one to judge. And we don't get through learning our lessons until we're done learning them, and pain can be cathartic, and maybe there is a pain here that wasn't addressed, and there is some stuff to deal with in this connection. And I do believe that sometimes pain can be transformed too, but not without a lot of commitment and a lot of work. And I do have to say, this energy has a lot of shadow work to do. So this could be quite a trauma bond here, right? But I do think this person wants to make something right with you on some level. It does appear that there's some recognition, some accountability, and a desire to change things. But I really feel you're meant to move in a brand new direction. And there's a lot of new people coming into your life that are going to open up brand new potentials to you. And you can move into this great, opportunity to step into expansion in your life and have some real cool experiences and, even enter a lucky cycle with that 34 energy where you really just feel like you're in your flow and you're enjoying the people you're interacting with. Maybe you're getting out and you're traveling a bit. And you're just opening up to new experiences, feeling very spiritually connected, maybe even doing spiritual exploration, maybe not worrying about, another person so much at all and focusing more on yourself. Maybe it's been a long time since you've done that. And through working on yourself, focusing on yourself, diving into your own soul work, you end up aligning with the right people that open up a whole, new field of exploration when it comes to potential partners, all right? Maybe people that are more aligned with who you're becoming, who you're ready to be, the person you were born to be, all right? But I do feel like you have a real connection, a heart connection with this person. And it does feel like there is some kind of transformational work to do here. And I think it begins, with some forgiveness. And maybe that's a good start and something beautiful comes from that. Wish you the best.